top down smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on the track seat, eating 6-piece, and I got a run from Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening. What's
Don't
happening?
know where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Love for sure. Party's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go.
Rolling, top down smoking. I be
Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
rolling, top down smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on the track seat, eating 6-piece, and I got a run from Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening. What's
Don't know
happening?
where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go.
They hold it down and they ready. Skating on nice, young Joe Wayne Gretzky. She slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me cause I'm
Don't
making
know
that
where
cheese,
to go.
yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more.
Body up
Don't know
some-
where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love for
Party's
sure.
all I know.
I need love for
So
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more.
Rolling, top down smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm
Hey Logan, good morning.
well, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on the track seat.
Whenever you get settled here on the stream, just go in the chat in the bottom right corner and give me a hey so that I know that you're in here.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go.
Hey Logan, whenever you get on board, just go in the chat in the bottom right corner and give me a hey, so I know that you're listening, tuned in with me.
Rolling, top down, smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that back seat. Eating 6-piece, and I got a run for Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening. What's
Don't know
happening?
where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know, so party up some more. Don't know where to go.
They hold it down and they ready. Skating on ice, young Joe Wayne Gretzky. She slurp it up just like spaghetti. We racing foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. It just rolling, top down, smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that thrax seat. Eating 6-piece, and I got a run for Zaxby.
Hey man, good morning.
I don't need, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that thrax.
Thanks for sharing, man. I got your track I imported here, 44.1 24 session I just made in Pro Tools, and just giving it a listen here on a couple different monitors and trying to get a sense for it. You know, it's definitely hyped up and quite bright already to begin with, so I think I'm not really going to do too much as far as cranking the high end more. We might even try to reduce or just kind of maintain or manage the high mids a bit better, because a lot of his sibilant sometimes gets a bit out of control, especially after we run it through 2 or 3 different stages of compression. So I don't think we're gonna have to do too much with the treble, but we'll try to get a little bit more gentle bus compression, because the track's pretty dynamic, and I feel like it kind of the bass isn't as consistent as it could be. It could kind of knock a bit more evenly, just in general across the board. That's kind of the sense I got when I was flipping around here between speakers. But I think you got a good balance, man. You got the vocals nice and clear, and just been listening for a couple minutes. So let's see. Let's try to do a little EQ and see if we can subtract anything, any mud in the low mids. Then we'll look for some pain in the high mids. And after we do some subtractive EQ, I'm going to probably hook up a compressor in the rack here. I have a Manly stereo compressor I use, tube compressor. So let's give it a whirl. If you need anything or have any input for me, just chat in the box here. I got my eye on the YouTube chat as well, bro.
Rolling, top down, smoking. I be off of 30 mg, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12.
Thanks, man.
Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that thrax seat. Eating 6-piece, and I got a run for Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening. What's on?
I think I even know the right tool for kind of taking off some of the edge on his voice. His voice gets harsh when you crank it up loud and squeeze it and compress it. So this is like a harshness control. It's basically multi-band compression for the upper mids.
That I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that thrax seat. Eating 6-piece, and I got a run for Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening. What's
Don't know
happening?
where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know, so party
Helps a little bit with the synth too. It's probably taken off some 3 or 4K, it sounds like. I also turned the mix down quite a bit. I turned the mix down 6 dBs. It was this loud, and I made it this loud. That was the first thing I did. There's a little short on headroom because, yeah, is it like 3 dBs of headroom? So yeah, just make sure it's fine. Nothing is clipping, and there's no risk of clipping here. Just keep an eye on. That'd be like the least amount of headroom I'd want to receive would be about 3 dBs, 4 dBs.
So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening.
Don't know where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go.
Really like how the low mid sound, they're actually not that muddy at all. I'm taking out like a little bit of 200 with a really wide Q.
Like spaghetti, we raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam on, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making.
We actually need that warmth in there to like compete with all that high end, so I'm doing a real subtle move. That's the thing about these Pultec EQs. These are Pultec style EQs, and the first half of the knob does like 0 impact. There's like almost nothing going on here, very subtle. And then this is a lot more aggressive as you pass 12 o'clock. What are the main things you hear that could be improved for future mixes? I think you just got to be careful with the amount of processing you use, and be careful not to over squeeze anything with compression or with EQ, because if you use a high quality condenser mic and it's a decent preamp and like a decent sounding room, it shouldn't really need too much like hype and like artificial like boost to anything. It should be a pretty good tone to begin with. And I often find that when you use like lower quality condenser mics and you try to crank the highs, that seems to like exaggerate some of those flaws a bit more. So just careful like with the amount of like hype you're adding. Always try to always subtract or act in a reductive fashion, subtracting frequencies you dislike as opposed to boosting the things you want more of. Because yeah, a good mic has plenty of highs. It doesn't need like 10K shelf that's boosted to make it really sizzle. It shouldn't need too much of that. You know, maybe occasionally, but it just kind of depends on the context of the mix. But it sounds really good, man. Like, you should be proud of this. I think the vocals are clear and upfront, and I'm doing like pretty small moves here, pretty minimal moves, just to do like a little cleanup. It doesn't really need anything dramatic as far as I can hear.
So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening.
Don't know where to go. Guess I'm.
Yeah, man, get the low mid sound. Yeah, absolutely, man. You're absolutely right. Like the low mid sound, I think they're like much needed in this kind of track. Like, I'm doing very little scoop. I was swinging this thing around here 200, 300, 500 hertz, and there wasn't a lot of mud that was needed to subtract. TLM 49 with the Neve 1073. Dude, that is a killer combo. You don't need to add a lot of hype to that. That probably needs like not much EQ or maybe a little mids or a little highs to help it poke through or bust through that like wall of instruments, the synths and stuff. But yeah, man, not that much. It's you know, it's a great, you got a great setup there.
Out for 30 MG, so you knowing that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chilling in the backseat.
Time to compress.
See, even 6-piece, and I got it right from Zaxby. So fucked up, I don't even know what's happening.
Don't know where to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go.
got nice transients everywhere. You nicely preserved all the transients in the drums.
Okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making it.
The compression I'm adding is probably more so for like leveling the bass than, I mean, the vocals are already nicely tucked, you know, into the music. It's a nice blend you got going on, so it's really just for the benefit of the bass mostly. I'm gonna try to add, to kind of fool with the low end here for a minute, adding some additive EQ after the compressor.
Just like Andretti, okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going.
There's plenty of bass in this mix, dude. Plenty of bass.
It's all I know. So party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
You gon' find yourself a song.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of like low rumble down there, like 10, 15 hertz, something like that. I don't know how much you're hearing or what you're monitoring on, but yeah, the low end sounds pretty good. The tone is quite good. I think it was just a little bit under compressed, or like I could hear the ducking. Maybe it was just the side chain that was like a little bit deep for me.
Born just like Andretti, okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep.
I feel like the ducking, that the kick is causing the bass to duck, which I like. I like how that sounds, but I think it's not rhythmic. It's not the ducking, the pumping is not like, it's like wah, wah. It's like real fast, but it's not a, I don't know. It's difficult to see. The release of the side chain could maybe be like more in tempo with the song or something like that. That's not really a Devin kind of question, but I feel like the side chain release could be like a 16th note or a 64th note or something that would make it like rhythmic.
Born just like Andretti, okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love.
Party's all I know.
I need love for
So
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more.
This is nicely like, yeah, exciting the mix a bit more too. You don't need too much of this. You've already got a lot of this kind of sound. This is adding probably a touch of distortion and saturation. Normally at this point I'd start like boosting the treble, but I may do like very little or zero. Let's see.
Born just like Andretti, okay, what the fuck you mean? Leave the ass on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love.
Party's all I know.
I need love for
So
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself some. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone.
Do a quick headphone check here.
I can't sleep alone.
Born
thing rules, man. This is like pushing the hi-hats to the side in the verse, and the effects on the keyboards and the synths get pushed real wide. That's what I'm hearing on the headphones.
You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself some. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone.
Pull me up some more. All nice, young Joe Wayne Gretzky. She slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that dream.
The sibilance is okay, I think. It's also getting multi-band compressed, but like, I don't mind that up there. Actually, maybe I'll try a different EQ for this purpose, because I kind of want to use a shelf. I guess I could use the shelf here instead. Let's try that. Let's try the shelf. Look at this thing. This thing's got a shelf on it. This orange knob it's not really obvious here, but these are all bells, and this is a shelf. And that's awesome. That can be used at like a pretty key moment, I think. Something like this.
Wayne Gretzky, she slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more.
So you just careful on your monitors here. I'm about to use a limiter and start turning this thing up in case your monitors are super duper loud right now.
Nice young Joe Wayne Gretzky, she slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love.
Party's all I know.
I need love for
So
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
Nice young Joe Wayne Gretzky, she slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Take one for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. And just keep hating on me, cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up.
Pretty much right on target here, man. Let's see. I'm listening for the EQ as this thing runs through the analyzer here.
Rolling, top down smoking. I be off of 30 MG, so you knowin' that I'm focused. Gotta keep a lookout for 12, they patrolling. Gotta keep my bitch on lock, she controlling. I be chillin' in the backseat, smoking on that backseat. Even 6 piece
harder.
Nowhere to go. Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party's all I know, so party up some more. Don't know where to go.
Man, the bass is massive after the limiter came on. I think we're right where we need to be. I'm just letting it continue averaging here and see what our score looks like.
Nice young Joe Wayne Gretzky. She slurp it up just like spaghetti. We raising foreign just like Andretti. Okay, what the fuck you mean? VVS on gleam, yeah. Simple for the team, we just making green, yeah. If you like a dream, make it what it seems. You just keep hating on me cause I'm making that cheese, yeah.
Guess I'm living through these moments. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love.
Party's all I know,
I need love for
so
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go.
Check out his vocal tone, at least here when the bridge comes up. Check out the vocals as I bypass my 2 EQs.
Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone.
Party up some more. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure. Party up some more. Don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, that doesn't affect the low end at all, but allows you to crank the bass.
Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up
Just run it back one more time. Flipping some monitors here.
some more. Don't know where I'm going, but I need love for sure.
I need love.
Party's all I know,
I need love for
so
sure.
party up some more. Don't know where to go. Party up some more. Pull me up some more. So party up some more.
You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself a someone. You gon' find yourself some. You gon' find yourself a someone.
Logan, I'm set, my friend. Yeah, I'm just trying to strike a balance here. I mean, that's kind of as far as I can take it on the loudness score, as you saw. But I think we got the bass a bit more under control here and a little more consistent. It's gone through a couple stages of compression, but like, I'm using a lot of tools here that you see, but they're really not doing a lot of work. So, yeah, just consider that. If you got a nice, any kind of nice condenser mic like that Neumann you mentioned, and you've got a decent sounding room, and the talent's not too close to the mic, that's, you got a great pre and a good mic, you shouldn't have to, really have too much exaggerated sibilance. It should be pretty smooth, pretty natural. So that's really the only thing I caught. But other than that, I think you should be real proud of this mix, man. I'm about to print it right now. The bass is absolutely massive. After I added the limiter, it got even a bit bigger, I think. So crank it in the car. Let me know what you think. And I'll send you a link in a couple minutes after I print this, and just listen to it. And if you catch anything of any kind, just shout. Otherwise, so long, and hope you have a great rest of the week, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.